Howdy and welcome, rokrbox family, to this very special message that we've got for you. I'm joined today by the one and only head of WGR, Colton Lindsay. How's it going today, Colton?
I'm good, man. Thanks for asking. How are you?
I'm doing great, man. Just got some really exciting news for you here today, guys. Colton has his annual event coming up soon in a couple of weeks that he calls WGR Live. And this year is a very special and unique event that I wanted to bring Colton on here to kind of share some more information with you about some of the information, some of the takeaways, some of the transformations that you can expect from being a part of the event. And he also has a very special offer for everybody in the rokrbox family that I'll let him elaborate on. But essentially, we want to give you some free access. So this is an event that I'm actually going to be a part of as well this year as one of the assistant trainers. So you guys are going to get to see me on stage, kind of facilitating the event a bit and getting some interaction with the crowd. But the real meat and potatoes of the event is the multi-millionaire mind intensive. So Colton, why don't you tell the audience here a little bit more about your very special edition of WGR Live this year?
Yeah, so what's cool about this event is it's the first event I ever attended in a different version. Is there a bunch of fucking noise in the background?
No, I can't hear anything.
Oh, we got the sound off. Right, so sorry. Um, so it's a special event, it's the first event I ever attended. But it's an updated version because I attended in 2022. It's called the Millionaire Mind Intensive, but this is the multi-millionaire. A couple of reasons why. One is we just live in a different era today. And there is a new economy of money. There's a new game of money being played right now. And it's actually a really cool space. But we're going to be going over a couple things. One is what is the game of money being played today and how the fuck do you win it? Number two is how you recondition yourself so that money just comes in your life automatically. Because we were all programmed a specific way, right? By our parents, by the media, religion that we might have attended, or the families that we hung out with, or the friends that we had. Right? And so we were conditioned through modeling, through verbal commands, and through specific incidents, right? I don't know if you had this type of parents. I had the type of parents that they would fight over money.
Hmm.
So I remember a specific incident when my mom and dad were fighting over money. Still this day, it replays in my head. I was like 4 or 5 years old. And so now during a lot of my life as an adult, I had made a decision that you can't talk about money because if you talk about money, you're going to get in a fight.
Hmm.
So there's these conditionings that we have to rip out of people's minds and recondition them to think a different way.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. And so the event that you attended, you decided, hey, this is such a incredible transformation in your mind, and now you're
Hands down.
essentially taking and packaging the same information, and you now have a licensing agreement to create the same event for your audience. Is that right?
Correct. Yeah, which is kind of weird to say that I have a license agreement with Harv. He's author of the book Secrets of the Millionaire Mind, a New York Times bestseller, Wall Street Journal bestseller, USA Today bestseller. And but part of my career was growing to 8-figure net worth, multiple 7-figure business, and my brand was this event. In fact, Harv was a key piece in that. I went through this specific event, the older version, 5 times.
Hmm.
Not because I'm a slow learner, but because repetition is the mother of all skill. And the biggest skill I had to learn was I had to think the way rich people think because I wasn't born that way. Like I
Hmm.
was working class, you know what I mean? That's how I was born, and
Hmm.
that's what I was conditioned. So I had to recondition myself. I had to change myself. I had to adjust myself. And this event was one of them. And I've done a lot of things, but this event, particularly in my work with Harv, has been one of the most influential and impactful of my career.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. So the event's happening live in Provo, Utah, which is just south of Salt Lake. It's Thursday, September 7th through Saturday, September 9th. And there are some options still to attend live and in person. But one of the other things that I love about your events is you make such an effort to involve everyone. And so, not everybody can always drop everything and hop on an airplane and carve time out of their schedule, but you have a virtual experience, and it's not just like you're tuned into a webcam here. There's you're engaging with the chat members. You're there's exercises, there's action that people are going to be inspired to take throughout the event. So talk to them a little bit about the live virtual experience that you are giving away, free ticket to everybody here in our rokrbox family.
Yeah. So I recommend you come in person, but at the very least, you can attend virtually. Because of my relationship with you, and we're going to give your people a free virtual ticket. I've sold this ticket to everyone else for $100. Um, I've sold out of our red carpet, our diamond ticket. The red carpet's 3,500. The diamond tickets were $1,000, and then we've also sold out of our executive ticket, which is a $500 ticket. So we've sold out all of those. But we want to be able to expose this information to as many people as we can for two reasons. Number one is a selfish reason. We know the more we expose our brand to, the more money we're going to make with the work that we do. But two is we're at a spot where even if they don't do work with us, we know how impactful this work is, and it's going to change people's lives. Like one of the skills that you've really developed in the last year, you've been doing it for a long time, but you've taken it to another level, is your speaking and training skills.
Mm-hmm.
So part of the new economy is what I call infopreneurship, or if you're in the real estate space, it's agent attraction. There's a whole new economy of monetizing real estate people. There's a whole new economy of digital products, of coaching, of training, of mentoring. And there is a stronger desire for people to speak on train and train on stage than ever before.
Mm-hmm.
But that's the reason why is because what it gives you. If I can get in front of an audience of 5 people or 500, doesn't matter. I can sell more than if I'm just selling one person one day at a time, right? Like it expands more quickly with what you're able to do. But also, though, there's several people that are just called to this work in a sense. It's like, that's where I need to be. I need to be on stage. I need to be creating training products. I need to be coaching. You know what I mean? You look at what EXP, Real Brokerage, LPT, some of these brands are. People want to build a big downline, right? People want to be able to grow and scale and create this residual revenue. So there is this new world of economy right now, and you got to learn what it is. And we want to expose that to as many people as possible. For another major reason why that is we believe that it's just starting to take off. Like it hasn't even taken off yet. And so as a company, we're positioning ourselves there more and more because we're actually really freaking great at it. We've been doing it. I've been in this space since 2014, monetizing this new world of economy, but it's accelerated, especially since COVID. It was starting to accelerate and it was going this direction. But if you notice with COVID, it went accelerated.
Yeah.
And you either going to get on this train or you're going to get left behind in the new economy.
Yeah. There was a lot of changes in our human behavior when we were forced through that situation. There's technology has been around for a long time to do video calls and conference calls, and I know the years leading up to the lockdown, it would be so difficult for me to get someone to hop on a Zoom. They're like, wait, it's asking me to download something. I thought this was going to be a phone call. Like, do I need to turn my camera on? And then fast forward to 2020, my wife's 94-year-old grandma's like, yeah, let's get on a Zoom, because again, technology moves fast. Human behavior tends to move a little bit slower. And we're now starting to be thrust into that new environment of teaching and learning.
Is the key word. The society was forced into it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it was forced into for a couple of reasons. One is people like you and I forced into it because we still got to make money during the lockdowns and all that crap. And we're going to innovate a shift. But then we were forced into it because there's people that was the only way you got to communicate with your friends or your family because of that. Yep. I didn't honestly, I still communicate with my friends and family the same way. It's face to face, hung out with them, did my thing. But business though, you had to well, wait a second. Like I have to navigate to where I can get to my marketplace, and that became medium. We did that a lot before COVID already. And you know what I mean? Just like you, it's like, hey, we'll download the damn app, right? Like figure it out. Yeah. But then next was though it just was called the Great Accelerator. The Great Accelerator. And that's really what's happened. That's what you're taking your brand. rokrbox is an amazing brand, and what you're doing with 5-star culture and what you're doing with speaking training on stage and the products that you've developed and are developing is because you see that and you're not going to be left behind.
Yeah, absolutely. Yep. Well, awesome, man. Like I said, the event is Thursday, September 7th. These are some long, intense days. There's a lot of information to learn. It's not just going to be sitting there and digesting information, though. It's going to be very interactive. You're going to be challenged. You're going to be, motivated and encouraged to take action and to learn together with us. So the times are, and this is Mountain Time, 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. on Thursday, 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. on Friday, and 8 a.m. to 7 p.m. on Saturday. So get your virtual ticket. We'll get you registered if you need more information. Yeah, what's that?
I just want to say, like, because those are some long hours.
Yeah.
And I know you've been to some of my events that are some very intense long hours. And the reason why that is because we have a short window with you to reprogram and recondition your mind to think and act differently.
Hmm.
So this is not for people that hope to one day be rich in the new economy, but they're absolutely determined to do it and they're willing to do whatever it takes.
Hmm.
Get on there. If you can attend any medium, virtual or in person, preferably in person, but at the very least virtual, those hours are not suggestions,
Hmm.
not just recommendations. Those are what are going to be required from you to get the work done. Now, you could choose to get registered and still show up when it's convenient, but I'll tell you what's not convenient. What's not convenient is being freaking broke. What's not
Hmm.
convenient is when your revenue dramatically drops because the economy shifted, because there's a new government regulation, because there's higher interest rates, because there's a change in your own phase of life, or there's a change in your company's life, or there's, I mean, it's endless reasons right now. The 8 biggest triggers are being fired every freaking day. But what's not convenient is getting swallowed up in the chaos, in the ambiguity, in the bullshit that's happening right now. That's
Hmm.
not convenient, right? So you're going to have to do something that's inconvenient if you want results that are extremely great.
Yep. Yeah. Very well put, man. Well, we've got the information. We're gonna drop it down here in the link down below to get registered, and I'll be there the entire event. You'll get to see me on stage and on camera, and we hope to see your face as well, either in person or on the live virtual event.
And if you see Josh there in person or virtual and he looks tired, it's because he's going to be tired because
Yeah.
he's going to be working his ass off on his position with inside of this opportunity. And it's, well, I'd just be curious, why is it important for you? Because you did some work to get to this and to earn this spot. Why is that important?
Yeah, I mean, one of the most foundational, keys to success is just the power of proximity. And I've had the fortunate opportunity to be in close proximity with you for the last year or so, and then even the people within your network, that the people that you've learned from, the experts that have helped, shape your skills, and again, had the opportunity to invest in proximity with him as well. So, like you said, if you see something that you feel called to and you want to get there and you want to get there faster, you gotta take the steps necessary, whether it's convenient or inconvenient. Most of the time it's going to be inconvenient, right? Success is about doing what the thing that you don't want to do, right? But the thing that
Most
you
of the time.
that you have to do.
Right. Awesome, man. Well, I'm glad you're coming. I hope to see your peeps there too.
Yeah, certainly. Well, thanks again, guys, for watching, and we'll see you here in the next couple of weeks at the WGR Live Multimillionaire Mind Intensive. Thanks again, Colton.